Horace Maybray King, Baron Maybray King, PC, was a British politician who served as a Labour Member of Parliament from 1950 until 1970 before becoming a life peer. Following the death of Harry Hylton-Foster in September 1965, King, who had served as Deputy Speaker for 10 months, became the Speaker of the House of Commons. He was the first person from the Labour Party ever to hold this position. Early life. Horace King was born in Grangetown near Middlesbrough. His father, John William King, was an insurance salesman and Methodist local preacher. He was educated at Stockton Secondary School, Stockton-on-Tees, from 1912 to 1917 and never lost touch with these local roots. Horace attended King's College London and graduated with a first-class bachelor's degree in English. Upon graduating in 1922, King worked as a teacher in Taunton's School in Southampton. He became head of the English department in 1927. He left in 1947 to become head teacher of Regent's Park Secondary School. While working as a teacher, King studied part-time for his Ph.D. His thesis was on the folios of Shakespeare. He received his doctorate from King's College London in 1940. He had been excused from military service during World War II due to a duodenal ulcer. He and his family, first wife Victoria Florence and daughter Margaret, and Taunton's School were evacuated to Bournemouth from Southampton in 1940. Among the many pupils was 15-year-old Benny Hill. Dr. King was always a keen musician, piano, accordion and organ, and during the Second World War he formed various concert parties. The V Concert Party was one, which toured the smaller outlying military bases and entertained troops not often reached by ENSA. He also raised funds by organizing concerts to buy Spitfires and send aid to Russia. He is believed to have instigated fundraising in Hampshire by letters he wrote to the Hampshire Chronicle in July and August 1940. His Spitfire song was recorded by Joe Loss and his orchestra. He and a teacher colleague also were the first to translate Lily Marleen, but were too slow to get the version to the song publishing market. Political career. King first stood as a Labour Party candidate in the 1945 general election. Labour won with a massive landslide, but King was unsuccessful in his attempt to take the ultra-safe Conservative seat of New Forest and Christchurch. The following year he was elected to Hampshire County Council, on which he served until 1965 with only a single 3-year break. His wife, Victoria Florence King, was also politically active, a town councillor and mayor of Southampton in Coronation year 1953. She received a posthumous OBE. Parliament. In the 1950 general election, King successfully fought the newly created Southampton Test seat, albeit with a very small majority. He successfully defended the seat in the 1951 election, which had been called after Labour's 1950 majority had proved unworkable. However, at the 1955 election, King switched his candidacy to the far safer neighbouring seat of Southampton-Nichan, where he was re-elected until he left Parliament in 1971. During his time in Parliament he established links with the USA and Canada and lectured there on the British Constitution and Parliament. During one lecture trip in Georgia, he and Dr. Martin Luther King appeared on a local TV station together under the billing of the two Dr. Kings. He was instrumental in gaining UK support for the UNESCO project of the raising of the temples at Abu Simbel after the flooding of the Nile by the Aswan Dam. He promoted bills on corneal grafts and attempted to raise awareness in the 1960s of autism. A keen European, he served in the Council of Europe, When Harold Wilson was elected as the first Labour Prime Minister for 13 years in 1964, King was selected as the Chairman of Ways and Means and the Deputy Speaker. On the 9th of September 1965 he was elected Speaker of the House of Commons, a position he held until his retirement on the 12th of January 1971. While serving as Speaker, King was responsible for the speeding up of question time and for changing the dress code to allow women MPs to wear trousers in the House of Commons chamber. After leaving the Commons, he entered the House of Lords and was created a life peer as Baron Maybray King of the City of Southampton on the 2nd of March 1971, and went on to serve as a Deputy Speaker. He took the Maybray from his own middle name, which was his mother Margaret's maiden name. He was awarded an honorary degree by the University of Bath in 1969. He was an active fraternalist with the Loyal Order of Moose in Great Britain. He was created an honorary Grand Governor in 1972 and served as Grand Governor in 1976–1977. Family. He was married 4 times. 1. Victoria Florence Harris. 2. Una Porter, who predeceased him. 3. iThe. 4. Sheila Maybray King, who survived him, returning to her hometown of Stockton. An unpublished autobiography is in the Parliamentary Archives. Titles and styles. Mr. Horace King, Dr. Horace King, Dr. Horace King MP, the RT, Hon. Dr. Horace King MP, the RT, Hon. the Lord Maybray King PC.